What up? So we're doing old school walkie talkie, and you know, I'm in my Florida room. This is my view. That's my crane. He's neat. He bites. Don't touch him. He bites. And then out there by the garbage cans, I've got wildflowers there and there. And then I got this view over here. So it's all pretty neat. So I'm gonna do 3 miles. And so I noticed something that you bitch. Yeah, so the last 3 trading days I've been melted. Red days. And if you have 3 red days, that's a signal that something's wrong. And I thought, well, what's wrong? So I track my habits. I'll put a screenshot. And when I wake up, my brain. How many times my brain doesn't work? All the time. So when I wake up, how my trading performance is. I track my food in an app, so I don't track it there. Then how far I walk, how many pages I practice my penmanship, if I journal every day, which I do, how many pages I read. And then I'm not putting study time in there, but there's study time, and then bedtime. And I noticed that last Thursday I was up till 1, and usually I go to bed. My goal was always before midnight because, you know, I was a night person. And but I've been going to bed at like 10:30, but I was up till 1, 12, and 12:30. And on those 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, I got melted. So I was able to go in and look at the process and go, okay, well, where is there something that's an anomalous? Shut up. Where's the anomaly? Where's the hitch in my giddy up? Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but I went in my iPhone and I found that there's a sleep timer. So at 9:15 every night, an alarm should go off and say, hey, you, get to bed. And I usually read before I go to sleep, like leisure reading. If you're into reading, you should be. And I've been reading the Alex Cross series by James Patterson. And it's so good. I'll like fall asleep, the book will fall on my face, and I'll be like, I want to keep reading, it's so good. But so I usually read, 40, 50 pages or whatever, and then fall asleep. So I figured 9:15, if I'm in bed by 9:30, read for a half hour, 45 minutes, hour at most, asleep by 10:30, up at 6. I got up at 5:40 this morning, no alarm. And I was like, no. I went back to sleep. But yeah, now I usually get up between 6 and 6:30. So I'm like, okay, we need to make sure we're getting a full, 8, 9 hours because of all the stuff I'm doing. I need to rest. So my point in all this is that because I track my habits, I'm able to zero in and say, hey, yo, I don't like this. Like my calories, my protein, my sugars, I can see right the levels. I'm like, bro, maybe you had too much chocolate cake today. Cut it in half. You didn't have enough protein. Go eat some meat. Things like that. So if you're trying to make improvements, one, read Atomic Habits and apply it, and then figure out what works for you. Hopefully it's a treadmill that doesn't get crushed underneath your weight. Dun, 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 dun. And then track your habits. And one thing that I've learned through therapy and through performance enhancement is that which is measured is managed. So the thing is like once you start seeing improvement, there's a thing I learned, like where people will start to degrade the process, and I kind of went through that a little bit, but I turned into it, my habits, and it was good. I'd leveled up again. But I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, I'm not tracking this shit because this is stuff I do every day. Like, I don't need to do this because I do it. It's who I am. And then I got melted today. I was like, why? Why? And there's some other reasons. I had a plan. I talked about the plan. I wrote the plan. And I didn't follow the plan. So that's probably a primary reason. But maybe an underlying reason is I was fucking tired. So having that data at hand gave me the ability to go in and tweak it. Now, maybe it'll, this isn't the scientific method because I had made a plan. I talked about the plan. I have my plan in scuba diving. They say plan your dive, dive your plan. Same with trading. So I've got two variables that I'm changing. One is back to bed at my bedtime. Sleep 10:30, and bed by 9:30, asleep by 10:30, and then plan. Stick to the plan. Because my levels, my technical analysis is on effing point, which is interesting because for the last 3 months, probably more, I've only been trading 9 months. Seriously, for 9 months. Longer than that, I got melted in crypto. I bought the top of crypto. Jesus Christ. That was gnarly. But anyway, let's say the last quarter, all I've focused on is the emotional and psychological side of trading. You gotta get your mind right. And I forgot that my technical analysis is, which, to be honest with you, technical analysis, for the most part, you could teach to a child. You just have to look and see things and then know things. You have to look and see and know. So it was interesting that I went back and I was like, hey, because I'm so mindful, I'm so present, my emotions they just come and go, they're in check, that I'm like, oh right, there's technical side to this. So, moral of the story is, get disciplined and track your disciplines, track your routine. And when you don't feel like you should, I got this, keep doing it. Because that's when the payoff will come next. And then also, don't be hard on yourself. Like, I'm not hard on myself, not anymore. Like, I just don't beat myself up about any of it. I go, yep, shoulda walked, shoulda not eaten that cake, all of it. Shoulda done my plan, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But what's happened is happened, it's done. And I can either make myself feel awful, which will condition me to not want to do the things that are to my benefit, or I can say, hey, you know what? I forgive myself and accept what happened and move forward. Zen, baby! All right, I'll catch you later. I don't know what's gonna be next. We got Big Daddy Chuck with a Chuck Watch 2024 update. We got Big Daddy Chuck is back. I think he's here to fuck. Fuck Chuck. Fuck Chuck 2024. Let's go. Yeah. So the Big Daddy Chuck is back, and I'm gonna have to catch him. I'm gonna get Pokemon on his ass. Gotta catch 'em all. That's how you Pokemon, right? So we're gonna go Chuck catching, boys. Chuck Watch 2024. Nervous about that. He's a big chungus. He's big. Oh, he's huge. He definitely will bite. Oh, shucks. All right, well, I got, ooh, yeah, 2.4 miles to go. Let's go. Should have done a live. I'll do a live next time. Bye-bye.